Begins starting February 22nd. That's a Tuesday. For information on lectures in that series, I would refer you to the postcards that are on your seats or on the tables in front of you, and we encourage you to check that out as well. I also encourage you, if you've not already taken a chance to look at Ability, an exhibition of the artwork of the Swan School residents locally. Ability will be up in Murphy Lounge, which is the other big hall on the first floor, for an additional week, and then we will be opening a new exhibit, 23 Portraits by Jason Patterson, and there should be information about this exhibit on postcards on your seat as well. I also want to let you know that tickets for our 28th annual International Dinner and Performance Night go on sale on Monday, February 14th. Tickets are $8 and can be purchased at the front desk. That event includes food from over 30 different countries, as well as several cultural performances. And finally, the YMCA is happy to now be hosting the Cosmopolitan Club Coffee Hours each Thursday from 7:30 to 9:30, so that we hope that you can join us for that free event this Thursday. Now I'd like to let you know a little bit of information about Friday Forum. The back of our series brochures lists campus and community organizations that have joined with the Y, McKinley Foundation, First Mennonite Church, Wesley Foundation, and Episcopal Church and Foundation in financially sponsoring these programs. We thank all of these groups for their consistent support. Sign language interpreters are available for this and any other speaker in a YMCA series, as long as we're given some notice. So if you contact us by Tuesday prior to Friday lectures, we're happy to arrange that for you. If you have any questions, you can contact our front desk. Friday Forum is rebroadcast on WEF 90.1 Community Radio on Mondays from 6 to 7 p.m. For more information on these rebroadcasts, please visit our website. But because of that, after the speaker's presentation, when we begin our question and answer period, I will walk around with this remote microphone. Please raise your hand and wait for the microphone so that way we can make sure that we get any questions that you have on the air. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce you to today's head table. We are joined by Don Fournier, who is Managing Director of the Smart Energy Design Assistance Center, Gilbert German, who is a member of the Army ROTC Cadet Council, Suhail Barot, who is the chair of the Student Sustainability Committee, and also a Friday Forum committee member, and Ben Barnes, who is a mechanical engineer at Searle and also an alumni of the University YMCA program Engineers Without Borders. And our final head table attendee is Brian Deal, who's a professor of urban planning, and I'm going to welcome him up here to introduce today's speaker.
Thank you. Amy Allen is also joining us at the head table, the head of the Students for Environmental Concerns, an important person. So my pleasure to introduce Bill. He's a friend and a mentor of mine for many years, and we've worked together on lots of engaging projects. He has, so I'm going to read your little note here, Bill. He has 3 degrees from the university. He's still affiliated with the, he's affiliated with the geography department. He's been at Searle since 1984. Searle's the Engineering Research and Development Center at the Construction Engineering Research Laboratory, a place in which I worked for many years and got to know people like Don and Bill, and made some terrific, began some terrific relationships that are still flourishing. He's currently the strategic planning or planner and director of the Center for the Advancement of Sustainability. He serves on the Champaign County Environmental Advisory Panel and Educational Resources and Environmental Science Study. Let's see, he's co-chair of an interagency forum on climate change and adaptation, and serves as one of 2 Defense Department representatives to the U.S. National Climate Assessment. So Bill's terrifically engaged and involved in lots and lots of stuff, and it'll be interesting to see what he has to say about the defense situation. And we heard last week or 2 weeks ago from David Orr about how climate is really becoming a strategic and important defense topic. We'll see Bill's perspective on what they're doing there. Welcome, Bill Goran.
Thanks, Brian. So I am an Army civilian employee, as many of us at Construction Engineering Research Lab are, but my remarks are my own remarks. is not a briefing that's been reviewed and approved by anyone other than myself. So what I wanted to do was look at the issue of the Army's made a very significant commitment to make all of its operations and all of its facilities be sustainable, and to have that be a strategic direction for the Army. And I want to look at, well, what have they said, what are the goals, and what progress has been made? Can we look and see some measurable progress? And I want to start with this quote from Tom Friedman. Tom Friedman gave a talk at a lecture series that we've had for about 3 years in the Army. It's called the Sustainability Lecture Series. And this is the quote: "Pay attention. When the U.S. Army desegregated, the country really desegregated. When the Army goes green, the country could really go green." So there's sort of two key messages there. One is that the Army is actually intending and moving out on things that are other than what's imposed upon them. That it's a proactive initiative by the Army. It's not just, we were told that we had to meet these goals and these standards, and therefore we're going to do it. So that's a very different approach than generally you get in a government organization, where historically environmental issues have been, what do we have to comply with from the agency's perspective. The other implication of that quote is that the Army is very influential. And I'm using the phrase Army here. Friedman used it. I'm going to somewhat interchangeably talk about the Army and the military, because many of these issues aren't just the Army. They involve the other services and at the defense level. But the explicit statements about sustainability are mostly at the Army level. And Tom Friedman was at an Army forum when he made that statement. So we want to look at these two issues: being proactive and being influential. And we're going to look at, well, what are the visions and plans that have been laid out? What are the specific goals? And then how do we look at the impact in some different contexts? One is regions, another is impact on the marketplace, another is global influence, and then a little bit on education. The Army published a vision for sustainability in 2004, October 2004. This is the front page of the document. It had these three key